Okay, I've been wanting to do this review on this ROM for quite a while now, but I wanted to run it, make sure that it was pretty stable. And this ROM is CarbonRom. I think it's unofficial. It might be official. I'm not 100% sure, but um, I am running an unofficial version of it, which is the unoptimized version, which allows me to run exposed modules and, of course, the 3-minute battery module. Which if you look in the right hand corner, upper right hand corner, you'll see that I am running one of the modules for it. And you have to download the 3-minute battery settings app from the Play Store. And once you do, you can go in here and you can choose from several different ones. There are literally, I mean, hundreds and hundreds of different batteries you can use for this. Um, they actually have one in here which is, let's see, um, if I go to stored, these are the ones that I have downloaded and actually put on the device to see how they look, and the ones that I like. Let me change it to like this one here. You'll notice the icon, the battery icon has just changed. Um, and like I said, if there is something here for everybody, as far as the battery icons go. This, of course, is one of my favorites. It's the one I run most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the times. Back to the ROM. It is CarbonRom, and I'm running exposed. And of course, the drop down you just saw there was Gravity Box for Lollipop, which allows you to use a background picture instead of just nothing or being able to see through it. And I have a picture there. Of course, I changed the picture from what I normally use for YouTube. I didn't want you guys seeing what I normally have up there. I don't want people knowing what I like and what I don't like, but as far as that goes. But we'll just go right into About Phone. And you'll notice it is CarbonRom, and this is on the Nexus 6. And the version is Lollipop 5.1.1, and this is the unofficial version because it is an unoptimized version. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure if they're all unofficial or not. I thought that they were official, but just you'll have to look into it yourself. But I gotta say, it's a very, very nice ROM. This is now my go-to ROM. After testing other ROMs, I will be coming back to this, and I will be running this. Also, you'll notice that I am running Hellscore Kernel, and it is the Mako version of it, which I'm going to show you that real quick too before we get much into the ROM. So I'm just going to go back to my home screen, pull up my kernel auditor, which is, you're going to need this if you want to make any settings. But if you look in here, you'll see that under the CPUs, I am only running 2 cores until I reach a certain threshold where it starts to draw a lot of power. Then it switches to 4 cores instantly, and there is no lag, none whatsoever. It's great. Battery power or battery usage is really a lot lower than normal. As you can see, it's switching back and forth as the usage increases or the demand increases. And I am recording a video, so it's great. I would definitely check it out. Hellscore kernel. You can go to Google Plus for that. Just do a search for Hellscore kernel. And then you want to look under kernels for the Nexus 6 for the Mako version, which if you look under the hot plugs, I'm pretty sure that's where it's at, the CPU hot plugs. Of course, this is the Mako hot plug, and these are the settings for it, and that's what I am running. I am running according to the video that I saw on YouTube, and I am running his settings exactly. I did deviate from them slightly, and it just didn't work. These settings work on my device, so you'll have to play with it. Remember, do not set it, apply on boot until you run it for a while and your phone runs and does not shut off. If it runs good for you and you can run Antutu all the way through without getting a shut off or any kind of issues with it, then you can apply on boot. But for the until you know that for sure, do not apply on boot. All right, let's get back into the settings. Basically, all the settings on here are your Lollipop settings that we all know and love. You have your developer options, Super U. Everything pretty much in here is your basic until you get to the difference, which would be the CarbonRom fibers. And I like the way they do their setup. If you go like into status bar and you want to change something, you think, wow, we only have 3 things that I can change, but that's not correct. You swipe, you have more options. And swipe to the right, you get more options. Your battery status, that was your clock and date. Battery status, you have your mobile Wi-Fi network icons, your network traffic. Network traffic is some more settings for that. Your carrier label, notification and system icons. You can colorize them, which I have. Let me go back. Then you have buttons. This is where you can set up all your hard buttons, your power button, your volume buttons. Set where you want your what your wake or your home button to do, and what you want your menu button to do, your back button. Then we have the power menu. You can disable or enable all the features or some of the features. It's left entirely up to you. And there are a lot of features. I really love this ROM. Under the navigation bar, again, we have our typical navigation bar settings, and then you can edit them by hitting the pencil icon, edit, move the target rings where you want them. When you're done, you hit save. You'll see the check mark. You'll hit check mark as saved, and you're good to go. And if you want to change your buttons, you'll want to go down to, let me see here, the navigation bar, and then you'll want to either hold and drag like that, which your buttons just moved around, and which I want to put that back. So I want to hold and drag. Now I have my back button on the right hand side, and my home button in the middle, and menu button all the way to the left, which is how I like my phones to be. It's just the way I do it. Let's see. We're gonna go back. It's got pie control if you want to use that feature. I don't use the feature, but it's there. It does work. I know I was playing with it. Under interface, you have your general interface, which are your toast animations, your clock settings. Then you have your gesture anywhere if you want to use it. This ROM does have it, does support it. I don't use it. Then your display animations, that's what they have on there. Your list view, and your list view interpolar if you use the list view animations. And then you have your system-wide animations where you can change them. You can also change the duration of the animation. And your over-scrolling effects. I usually set this for edge glow effect, which that is the default setting, and that's what I use. And then you have your app circle bar and your app bar setting. This is the app circle bar right here, if I can get it to come on, and I already have it set up. I love this feature, and I use it a lot. Okay, under notification drawer, you have your quick pull down, your basic settings under this. Let's see, there's more over here. Yeah, here's your custom color settings. Now, if you do not want to run a theme, but you like your stuff colored, this gives you the option to do that. You turn this switch on, you can change everything. Your background, you can turn your background to clear if you want, or semi-clear. With a little tint of color. You can do just about anything. You can basically theme this out yourself. I like to run themes because the theme is phone wide. It covers everything from your Play Store to um, uh, Google Plus, Hangouts, all that. It's all themed. That's why I like to run themes. But if you don't, this is nice. This allows you to customize it to the way you like it. You can customize your status bar header the same way a theme would. You can do it yourself. I'm almost sure that even under backgrounds you can put an image in there, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, your recent panel settings, you have your basic settings under that. And then your advanced options are your wake lock blocker. You can use that if you want. I don't. I just prefer not to. I download apps from the Play Store that helps me to do pretty much the same thing that this does. So, and that's it for the CarbonRom fibers. Everything else is pretty much the same. They do have the theme store. I am going to throw a theme on real quick. It's just something that I do. I'll tell you what, here's one that I'm glad they brought back. This used to be the big CM10, CM9, CM11 theme, which were the Cobalt themes. They came in all different colors. Well, they finally come out with a Lollipop theme. Now, it's not a free theme, but I think it's like 99 cents or something like that. And it's a very nice theme. It does a really nice job. So we're going to go Style, hit Apply. We're going to go Status Bar, hit Apply or Update. And I think I'm going to go Navigation. Or wait, no, not Wallpaper. Let's go Navigation. I'm going to leave the wallpaper dark. Hit Update. And then we're going to hit the Home button. I don't like, I'll hit the back button until I go to Settings. But that's about as far as you go. The quickest way to get out of this without any issues is just hit the Home button. And that'll take you to your home screen, and everything should be good to go. I am running Una icons from the Play Store. I love the icons. I'm also running Nova Launcher, and this is the 3.3 version. I don't run the updated version. I just don't like the settings. I don't like the way it looks, feels. I like this version. I know a lot of people like the newer version, and that's your preference. That's why we run Android. Android lets you do what you want, basically. So, again, this is 3.3. And what I like about this is it also lets me put my apps in a vertical position as opposed to the horizontal position, which is nice. And it also has the search bar at the top. If I have like a ton of apps and I know the one I'm looking for, I just hit the search feature, do a quick type. Let's type in HU, and look, Hulu comes up. So if I was looking for Hulu, there it is. So let's just go back, and you have your widgets drawer. Another nice thing about Nova Launcher is you can create your folders. I do have my folders, and when you put apps in the folders, it actually takes them out of the regular app drawer, which is good because if you're running themes, those themes can really clutter up your app drawer. So if you create a folder, they'll go in the beginning into themes, which I have my themes. I haven't updated it, and some of my system icons are in here. So that keeps them from in here. So it keeps this nice and clean. Alright, I went over the kernel, I showed you kernel auditor, I showed you the settings I use. There's a really good video on YouTube explaining Hellscore kernel with the Mako hot plug. I suggest you watch it. Just do a quick type or a quick search in YouTube for Hellscore kernel / Mako, and hit search, and I'm sure it'll pop right up. It is a must-see video. It'll show you how to settings, what you need to set them at, why they have them set the way they have them set. And it's just, it's a good video. It's an awesome video, and I highly recommend the kernel. I can't think of anything else that I was going to go over, but again, this is the newest release of CarbonRom for the Nexus 6. This is the unofficial, unoptimized version. There are two versions, optimized and unoptimized. It seems that the optimized version gets updated a little bit more. which is fine. I'm having no issues with this, so there's no need to update it. Again, I'm running Hellscore kernel I'm also running exposed, and I'm running a lot of modules. Some of the modules quickly that I do have on, or Xui mod, YouTube, blocker, or the commercial blockers, stuff like that. And I'm running Gravity Box for Lollipop. As you can see, my drop down, it's not going to work now because I just applied a new theme without rebooting the phone. In order for Gravity Box to work, if you apply a different theme, you're going to have to reboot the phone. Then when I pull it down one time, this dark area here underneath the notifications will actually have a picture, because that's what I put as my background, which you saw in the beginning of the video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If not, well, it is what it is. It's YouTube. I will see you again soon, and you all take care.